You are thinking of purchasing a home within the next 2 to 4 years. I am absolutely terrified for you, and this is why. All right, guys, it's the year 2021, and for the past year, I am consistently getting phone calls asking when the market is going to crash and things of that nature. I think you've probably seen enough out there on the internet or heard from a realtor or an investor that we don't think that the market is going to crash. But this is the part that nobody's talking about, and this is the part that I'm actually very nervous for. Did you know that there are hedge funds out there purchasing up everything below $500,000? Did you know that? I'm asking you a question. A lot of people don't know this, and it is happening. I'm a realtor here in Las Vegas, Nevada. I just made it through the summer months in 2021, and I'm here to tell you that if your house hit the market and it was anywhere between, let's say, $300,000 to $400,000, with the multiple offers that were coming in, many of those offers were cash. And there's this concept in Las Vegas that it's all California buyers. Oh my gosh, California's coming in, they're selling their houses at a higher price, they're coming to Las Vegas and they're purchasing homes, more home for a lower price point. That's true, yes, but it's the hedge funds that I've been more concerned about. What are hedge funds? Essentially, it's a fund where people will group money and they can go out there and purchase many investments. This last weekend, I listed 2 homes. 2 homes that I felt like I listed appropriately for the price. The same hedge fund with over $10 million in their bank account came in and gave me cash offers $15,000 above list price. I'm here to tell you that the houses weren't worth that. And many people are thinking, no way, there's no way that a cash buyer is going to come in and offer above list price. It's happening. It is happening. It's happening daily, weekly, and it's scaring me for you guys, for the first-time home buyer that wants to go out and purchase their home in the next couple years. I'm constantly getting the phone call, well, I'm just going to keep renting for now and I'm going to keep saving. And I'm not here to just push the idea of purchasing a house or something that you're uncomfortable with, but I do want to tell you that if you don't purchase sooner rather than later, there may not be a lot of houses left in that price point for you to buy. So unless you're buying much older quality homes and let's say 250 and below, and I'm just kind of giving you a gauge here, guys, because this is what I'm seeing, but 250 and below or above 500, that middle ground, that ground that we're constantly saying is the first-time home buyer market, I don't think it's going to be there anymore. I think that they're literally going to be purchased and you are going to be priced out of a nice first home. So I would love to implore you to contact a lender. Most people that purchase a home didn't even know that they could qualify for a home until they spoke with a lender. So the first question that I have for you is, have you spoken to a lender? In the last 12 months, have you picked up the phone just to see where you sat with being able to purchase? If you haven't, please do so. Please do so. I don't want you to miss the American dream boat of home ownership by 1 or 2 years. So do yourself a favor, pick up the phone and talk to a lender. The worst that could happen is they say, yeah, you can't qualify right now. Maybe you need to work on credit. Maybe you need a little bit more cash in the bank, but at least you know. And now you have an attainable goal to go after. If it's credit, you know to make more payments, to work on that credit. If it's not enough cash in the bank, now you know to save and how much you need to save for. Knowledge is power. So pick up the phone and call a lender. You may be pleasantly surprised that you can, in fact, qualify for a home. Again, it's the year 2021. I would say that this needs to be on your bucket list within the next year because of what's happening. The hedge funds are coming in and they are purchasing everything cash. And I don't want you to miss that opportunity of being a homeowner and owning an asset, owning something that's tangible. I don't know why people aren't talking about this, and it's literally terrifying me. So step 1 is speak to a lender. Do yourself a favor and just speak to a lender. Right now, the rental market is even getting absurdly insane. And people are just falling into this bracket of just continuing to rent. Okay, well, I rented last year for $1,500 a month. Oh, it went up to 17, that's fine, I'll rent for $1,700 a month. We all get stuck in this rat race or this hamster wheel, and people get stuck renting. That's what happens. And they never put on the brakes and stop and think, man, I'm just gonna do myself a favor. I'm just gonna contact a lender and see what I can get qualified for. So this is me telling you, if you made it this far, stop, put it on your calendar, contact a lender. If you've been watching me, you know that I specialize in VA, being a female veteran with the Air Force. I do a ton of VA out in Las Vegas, Nevada, so I'd like to give you an example. An example being a $300,000 home. That is a home that these hedge funds are purchasing with cash left and right, and they may even offer $310,000 or $315,000. And let's touch on that for a quick second. The reason why they're offering more than the house is valued for is because they're gonna hold on to it long term. They don't care about the market value right now. Many people, gosh, I wish I had a soda straw. Many people wanna look at the real estate market through a soda straw. They just wanna look at it and go, well, the house isn't worth more than $300,000 right now. But the hedge funds are in it for the 10 and the 15 and the 20 year. So they're okay with paying more money now because they know it's gonna be worth more later. Okay, so again, let's go back to a VA example. You want to purchase a home for $300,000. You're going up against the hedge funds that are trying to purchase it for $310,000. There's ways around that, and we are winning offers. Gosh, I love fighting for you when it comes time. But let's go through some numbers. For a $300,000 VA purchaser in Las Vegas right now, we're seeing interest rates around the 3.50 mark. Once you factor in principal, interest, taxes, and insurance on a $300,000 home with a VA loan at 3.50%, you're looking at about $1,687 a month. $1,687 a month. So instead of being the renter that is renting a home or a condo last year for $1,400, $1,500, this year they want to charge you $1,700, instead of just falling into the bracket of continuing to rent and continuing to pay down the mortgage for your landlord, stop. Call a lender. You would be pleasantly surprised that, hey, I have a VA loan, 0% down. I may need about $7,000 to $8,000 in closing costs. Oh my gosh, I'm going to be paying the exact same amount in a mortgage and owning an asset than I'm doing with renting. So many people get stuck in that rat race, guys, and I just can't implore it enough. Now is the time. Now is the time to pick up the phone and do that. Don't let life just get in the way of being busy and going, I'll just call them next year. I don't know if there's gonna be the option to buy in the next few years. That's how fast these houses are being purchased. Okay, I'm super proud of you because you have contacted a lender. What comes next, Felicia? Well, next I would say, bring your patience. Like, sincerely, bring your patience, because you are now a buyer in a market competing against cash, willing to pay above what a house is worth. That's not easy. Like, it's not easy, but it is doable. Bring your patience. When I'm having a buyer consultation, this is kind of what I'm talking about. If you're an FHA buyer, a VA buyer, or even a conventional buyer, and you're trying to go into this market and go up against cash, I need you to have patience. We may not land the very first home that you fall in love with. We may not land the second home that you fall in love with. We may not land home number 3, 4, 5, and 6, but we will land one. It's only a matter of time right now. But as these hedge funds continue to purchase up all of the homes in the area, that window gets tighter and tighter. So again, this is me holding up like a big sign saying expedite your timeline. The time is now. Contact a lender, bring your patience, contact an expert realtor that is fierce and willing to fight for you. And then just know that you may not get your offer accepted for a little bit of time. But with patience, time, energy, and the right team, you can in fact own a home. It is doable, it is tangible, and it doesn't need to be, it can't be 2 to 4 years from now. Okay, I know that was a smidge intense, but that's only because I really, really care about you, and I'm passionate about real estate. And stuff's going down right now. Like, stuff is going down right now. So I probably was strategically intense, but I do want you to take this information, and I do want you to do yourself a favor and just contact that lender, see if you're even in the boat of purchasing a home, expedite those timelines. You don't need to be a renter. You can do this. Own an asset. I hope that you truly enjoyed what I had to say and I didn't scare you off. If you did, please, please, please subscribe, hit that like button, follow me for more tips and tricks and advice. And I promise you, as I am bringing in the information and learning and keeping my pulse on the market, I am going to come right back to you and give you all this information as best as I can. Hope to see you later. Bye.